Can you mix light trails with a frozen subject? Of course you can. We'll see how today in the studio. Hello everyone, my name is Alex Silva. You're watching Alex Silva Photography. Today let's talk about a combination of techniques. Let me explain. In order to create an image which has light trails or some other movement, but also showing the subject frozen in time, we're going to mix two techniques. One is long exposure, and the other is balancing flash with ambient, as we saw in a previous video. The main idea is the same. We're going to start by exposing for the highlights and then adding flash. But what are the different considerations that we're going to have? Let's start by selecting the ISO and the exposure time. In the image that you're seeing now, I shot Frida while she was sitting on a bench, and since I wanted to use long exposure, I made sure that I selected ISO 100, the lowest in my camera, and then I decided to use a bit of a long exposure, but not a super long time. I decided to go for 2 seconds. This time will allow me to see some light trails from the cars passing around. The next step is to adjust the aperture. I decided to use f8 in this image in order for the light trails to not be completely blown out, but still look well defined. If I take a sample image, we can see that the light trails look nice, but the model looks kind of dark, especially because of the location. That is the moment when I decided to add flash. This flash was a Godox TT685 inside a 90 centimeters octabox that I use all the time. The flash was zoomed in at 16 millimeters, so the light is going to be spread out evenly inside the softbox. And this required a bit more power from the flash. I was shooting at half power. I also made sure and made some adjustments in my camera to use the second curtain sync or rear sync in order for the flash to fire at the end of the exposure time. As you can see in this image straight out of the camera, the image already looks very, very good. But I still decided to do some light post-processing. I decided to bring the temperature up to look for the image to look a bit warmer. I also brought up the shadows so I could see a bit more detail, especially around her hair. But I also lowered the highlights because even though I had exposed for the light trails, they were still a bit too bright for my taste. And there you have it, a nice image that shows both the passage of time, but the subject is frozen in time. I really hope you found this video interesting, informative, but also entertaining. If that is the case, please press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. But most of all, please remember to keep learning and keep shooting. And I'll see you in the next video.